So as you can see, really dark, dingy and moody conditions, and it is nice. It's nice to have a bit of a change rather than a nice glorious sunrise. It kind of tests your photography skills and makes you look for other intimate compositions. And I've already eyed up a couple of compositions which I'm going to go and explore in a minute. When I arrived here about 20 minutes ago, there was a bit more settled mist kind of falling off the top of the cliffs and down towards Burton Bradstock, and I got an exposure then. It's no good now, so I'm glad I kind of did it before I put the drone up and had a look around. Firstly, all I wanted to say was thank you so much. 1,000 subscribers. It's just mental. 1,000 people have subscribed to my channel, and I can't quite get over that. That is just absolutely amazing. I just do vlogging for fun, and it's kind of become part of my workflow now, where I can't go out and take a picture or go and do a sunrise or do a sunset shoot without having to vlog. I usually end up on Instagram live talking about the settings and what I'm doing and this, that and the other, and it's just become part of my workflow. When I set out doing this just over a year ago, I never thought I'd be able to get 1,000 subscribers. It's just crazy, it's absolutely mental. I love doing it, it's great fun, and I'm glad that there is 1,000 of you out there that enjoy watching what I do. So thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, it really does mean a lot. Here's to the next 1,000. So settings wise for the shot I got about 20 minutes ago were 13 seconds f4 ISO 50 with the Lee landscape polarizer on, in at 200mm, and the polarizer kind of brought out a bit of colour, and it kind of added a nice kind of surround to the image, and it kind of looks like you don't really need to post-process it a lot at all, to be honest. But yeah, it does make a change down here being dark and moody and gloomy. And it does test your photography skills, so a lot of people wouldn't really get out when it's weather like this, so I should just get out and shoot whatever the weather, because this is really nice, and this is a different sort of shot for me, but it's nice. Okay, so I finally found a composition that I am, I think, happy with. There's this really nice archy branch. It looks like it's snapped off a tree and it's been washed up on the sea and battered and bruised, and it's washed up on the beach here, and it's kind of perfectly surrounded by like the sand that's come up over when the tide was high, and it's kind of nestled it into the sand, and it looks really nice and effective. And I've been looking around it now for about 10 or 15 minutes, just working a composition, seeing if I can get it to work, different angles, portrait, landscape. And one of the tips I like to use is putting the camera up to my eye and actually getting down and looking around and every possible angle, and then putting that tripod in that position and taking the shot. So I've finally found a composition that I'm happy with. It's not my usual sort of shot actually, which is nice because it's just testing my photography skills, just pushing me past my comfort zone. And I've done shots like this in the past, and it is kind of the winter months that kind of bring out these long exposures and these dark and moody shots, and they look very effective. I've set the camera up, let's go and take the shot and see what you guys think. Okay, so the camera is set up, landscape orientation, and I've framed the nice branch in the middle of the composition, and it kind of arches over to one side, and it just looks really nice. And this stood out to me as soon as I got down to the beach. I could see it from all the way back over there where I was taking a shot, and stood out to me like that straight away. And knew there was a composition to be had, or I knew that there was an image to be had. Whether I could work a composition or not is a different story, but it all takes time and just looking around and seeing what works best. So I've opted for Lee polarizer and 6-stop. The sun has come up, but it's still very dark and gloomy, so I'm managing 3 minutes with the 6-stop filter. That's how dark it is. It looks quite bright on here, but it is quite dark still. I'm on 3 minutes f13 ISO 50 little stopper, lead polarizer, and yeah, a really nice, different moody shot. And it's nice because you kind of earned it. I've earned this shot and worked for it and made it work when I didn't think it was really going to work. It's nice when you see potential in something and then you can make it work. So quick tip, even when you're on sand and stones like this, the tripod will still move about, even with your feet moving around and stuff. So I like to set up a timer as well as the 3-minute exposure that I'm doing. So have your shutter release ready, pull the shutter button, and make a run for it. So as you can see, a really nice, effective, moody, dramatic image, and it's nice to do something a bit different. And it's nice to have these winter months coming in and this different change in weather, and it just changes the way you photograph things. It changes the way I look at things and frame things up, and the weather can play a massive part in your composition and your images. But it's all about just waiting for the right conditions and the right moment to take the shot that you have up in your mind. And that just comes with practice and time. Yeah, pretty pleased with this morning's images. It is really nice. I'm just going to spend the next 5 or 10 minutes walking around picking up plastic. So I'm sure some of you guys have probably seen some little bits kicking around there in the seaweed and stuff. It's been washed in from the sea and it's just quite sad to see it all here. So I'm going to do my little bit again and pick some up. So thank you very much for checking in, and thank you ever so much for the 1,000 subscribers. You are all absolutely amazing, and I can't wait for the next 1,000. It is really great getting out doing these vlogs. It just changes the way I work, my workflow, and the way I shoot. I'm always thinking ahead about the conditions and the next photograph or the next video or next idea or next trip. If you haven't subscribed already, please do consider clicking that subscribe button below. If you have been subscribing for the last year, thank you ever so much. It really means a lot. Give us a like, tell us what you think down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.